so cozy. I got my sweats now. There's still the sun that's coming out. I woke up a little late. But yeah, I'm having a good morning because I've been feeling productive the last couple days. I started. Oh, you can see the cold coming out of my mouth. I started with a cold calling company on Monday, and they've got me like 7 leads. And I started calling them yesterday, and I'm gonna go look at 1 lead today. So hopefully we can get something there. So I think that's why I'm feeling pretty good among other things. But and then we also, since I stopped doing the cold calling because I had this company, my mentor had me call agents and network with them. Where's this guy at? Okay, he's still there. Network with agents. So I started doing that on Tuesday. And weird enough, I was hesitant to call these agents on Tuesday. And it goes back to the reason why I decided to cold call, because I feel like I had PTSD, or I just from calling back in the days when I used to work at Verizon, and I would just get nervous, get anxious, get stressed, and I knew that doing the cold calling would help me as a person become better, more confident. Not necessarily to get the leads, even though I was able to get 1 deal out of that, but that deal now I was able to use that money to hire a cold calling company, and they're doing like 10x the amount of calls that I'm doing for a fraction of the cost. Well, not a fraction of the cost of what I would be, but obviously I wanted to try this out to be able to scale a lot quicker, and be able to hopefully get more deals. And I was only getting maybe 2 leads a week, and they got me 7 in 2 days. So anyway, so I started, and I think I figured out why I was hesitant to call agents, because I was talking to my partner yesterday, Joe, is because I just don't want to sound stupid in front of them. I don't want to sound non-confident when I'm talking to them. So I just think I just put, like everyone, I think we just put too much pressure on ourselves, and we just have to do the work and sound stupid and look stupid and sound not confident, because through that we start getting confident, we start not sounding stupid. But it's just, and then the thing is, like, they're human beings too, and I just think the experiences that we had with specific people who treated us bad growing up, we think everybody's like that subconsciously, right? Obviously consciously we don't think that. I don't think that, but there's still part of me that hesitates. So it's understanding that and knowing that just once you do the work, it's not like that, and it just gets easier. So yeah, I had difficulty on Tuesday, and then Wednesday I called him like nothing. It was like, yeah, and then also I had my script already memorized in my head of what I wanted to say, and it's been working out pretty good. And I mean, for the most part, like, it could, I mean, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, and I don't think I'm better than anybody else, but you know, sometimes we're more experienced than other people sometimes, you know, and we don't realize that, we don't recognize it sometimes, because I feel like it's more of a humble type of personality, right? I try to be humble, but it's also important to realize that sometimes we are more experienced than other people. It's not bad to think like that. And then I made all the calls. I felt fine, and then it's like, oh shit, I gotta call these leads that my cold callers are giving me, right? And it's just like, that's why I'm in this. That's the key to my reaching my goals, right? To improving my life, to being happier, because I have a lot of debt, and it's just like telling me, it's like, oh man, I don't want to sound stupid. Again, I don't want to sound stupid. I don't want to sound non-confident. And it's like, yeah, in these calls, you want to sound confident. And I know consciously that I've done this. I know how to deal with people. I feel like I'm way more patient, way more understanding. I don't take things personal, but it's just that old mindset from us growing up that I have to work through. So I made a couple calls. I mean, I worked myself through it, and after calling the agents, that was kind of like my practice, my warm-up, I guess, right? And then I ended up calling 2 of the leads, and one of them obviously wasn't motivated, which is going to happen. It is a numbers game. And then the second one, I mean, it went well, but I still have to go look at the property. I haven't negotiated or give them a price yet, but hopefully they like me as a person, and I can build the trust and rapport, and just be a human being and treat them with respect and ask the right questions. So, but yeah, that's been my journey so far. So hopefully we can get this one locked in. If not, I mean, it's all about a numbers game, right? And it's all just getting better. Every time we don't close a deal, it's just we have to take the lessons that we learned from that and just continue to improve, continue to be better, change the strategies and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, I think I got my leg. I gotta take in this view. I gotta get off of social media, and I'll meet you guys in a bit at the other place and see if we can get some sun. Let's go. Learn from the dogs. They're always being present. They're always smelling all kinds of things. I know they're smelling more poop, but it looks like they're smelling flowers. So I just take that as they're smelling flowers. Right, buddy? Ready? Let's go. Let's go. To say it's October 9th, and I woke up a little bit late today, but we're gonna get to look at some sun. So you can already see the sun coming out right there, and you can still see the moon. Ain't that crazy? But we'll see some sun right now. I'm getting excited because my feet are cold. Cold, I tell you. There you go. We got some sun. My feet are warming up. But yeah, so that's again, we don't have to repeat the same things we're grateful for, but that's why I looked at Clutch and said that I'm grateful for the smelling of the flowers. And then, I mean, I'm a little bit grateful for him. So that's why I try to play with him a little bit on the earlier video. Just kind of go like that, and he just reacts to it. So just taking that time to take the moment, and the fresh air. I mean, the coldness of my feet. Right now, when I get home, it's going to feel so warm. I'm going to rinse my feet off in warm water. And you know what? I'm gonna make a decision today to start making myself a warm coffee, because it's just so easy to just put ice and milk into the coffee, but this time I have to froth the milk, so it takes a little bit longer and it's a little bit more messier. So, but I'm gonna do that today. Maybe I'll show you guys, maybe I won't. You'll just have to wait and see. I will try, but yeah, let's make a decision to be happy today, no matter what you're going through. There's people around you who need you. There's people around you who need your energy, whether it is you're going to work or whatnot. You know, people can tell when there's good energy, and it's contagious. So you be the light when everybody needs a light, and just try to make that decision. you know, and look at what you're grateful for. You're probably going through so many hard things, but I mean, I don't know exactly what you're going through, but if you just feel sorry for yourself, it's only hurting you. But if you start thinking about, you know, because I'm sure you've had situations where you felt sorry for yourself before and then you got happy, right? There's been situations where you got over it and then a year later or whatever, you're just happy and you forgot about that. So it's about knowing that this situation will go away, you know, it'll go away. There's always sun on the other side of the clouds, of the rain, you know. But sometimes we can also enjoy the rain. It's just on your mentality, and just as hard as it might seem to not be able to stop thinking about it, you have to be conscious and just start trying to look at the little things that you could be grateful for. If you have a great family, if you got a good job, if you're healthy, there's many things to be grateful for, even if you're in a really down mood. But people need you. They need you and they love you. All right? Sign off, maybe. All right, guys. Enjoy your day.